Today we're having a mock election for the primary election. First we started off with top 3 from each party, and so Donald Trump, Marco Rubio, and Ted Cruz for the Republican Party, and then Hillary Clinton, Martin O'Malley, and Bernie Sanders for the Democratic Party, but Martin O'Malley dropped out, and so we just went to 2. And so we're having a mock election.
The students were watching the news with their parents a lot and getting excited about the election. And we learned a little bit about the election process, how there are primaries and caucuses that happen this time of year. And since Kansas has their caucus, one of my students asked if we could have a mock primary or caucus with their grade level, and we decided to expand it to include the whole school.
We're learning about each candidate, and we've done research on them, and everybody's learning a lot from it. We learned about the different parties and the differences. We're learning about each candidate, and it's really interesting because it's like what's happening in the real world and not just from the textbooks.
They are learning about the election process. We had voter registration forms for them to fill out first and kind of talked about the process of that, and then they all got to vote during their recess today so they can maybe follow along with the results and see if our school chooses the same candidates that Kansas chooses in their caucus. Some of the younger girls who are involved in Girl Scouts, they were informed about Hillary Clinton, how she was a Brownie when she was younger, so they kind of found that relatable and liked her. And then from there, it's been very varied from grade to grade. Haven't noticed very many trends aside from that one. They've been working on this off and on for about a month and a half. At first, we chose the top 3 candidates from each party to create a little bit of information for the teachers to use if they wanted to inform the students so that they could at least be a little more informed instead of just choosing, based on opinions of maybe what they hear on TV. So they kind of worked on researching those candidates, and then they created ballots and voter registration forms. We decorated a bulletin board in the cafeteria also with just some simple bios on the candidates to help, increase the information so that the students could feel like they knew what was going on as much as possible.